to the Bloom Diaries. I'm your host, Raina.
And I'm your host, Emily.
And today we're going to be talking about the types of people that you will meet in college. So, do you want to start off?
There's so many type of people you can meet in college. Let's see. Let's talk about like the types of guys and girls you meet. Was there anyone specific that stood out to you in college? You're definitely going to meet people that are out of the country. And most of the time they're really wealthy.
Oh, yeah.
Because they could afford to come here. What about parties? I know you went to a couple of college parties.
Yeah, I have. Some people are really crazy when it comes to parties. Like, they're heavy drinkers or they're just, like, dancing around. I had a really good time during my years. But then sometimes people just take it too far. Like, if you're not a drinker or if you're not a smoker or, like, if you're the type of person where you don't really hang out in those social circles, like, don't feel like you need to go. That's just, you know, parties are parties. Like, you don't have to go and you don't have to feel the fear of missing out.
I did not go to any college parties because most of the time they were like kind of far away, you know, and they were like, and I commuted to school and their parties were like an hour away, and I'm like, I'm not going. It's too far from my house. So it's like, I don't want to go. But I definitely heard some stories, you know, from my friends. Again, with guys being really weird. And yeah, college parties aren't for me because, I don't know, it just looks scary. It's scary to go to.
Oh, I see.
Because, I don't know, there's just so much going on, and then a lot of cases that happens, and I just get scared and I don't go. And plus, I don't feel like going anyways, and it's far whenever they have their parties, or really late at night, and I don't want to be back home really late at night because I still have to drive back home. So that was that. But let's see.
I think a tip for like when you're going to parties, make sure you go with someone you know and you can trust.
Yeah, someone that you can trust. Someone that will take care of you. Yeah.
Like a designated driver or like someone who will look out for you when you're drinking something. Just because you don't want anything to happen to you. And if someone is there for you, you know that you can rely on them.
Anything could happen in like seconds. So like, definitely go with people that you really, really trust. People that you know that will take care of you and have your back if something happens, you know? I have a friend. I've heard from my friends that this other friend, she's a dancer and she loves to dance, and every time they go to parties and she would get drunk, when she's really, really drunk, she would like dance and like do the splits and like do these ballet twirls, and I've seen videos of that and I'm just like, how she's like, she becomes this whole ballet dancer when she's drunk. But like when I slowly get drunk, I get sleepy. Like, it's just crazy how there's just so many different
types of personalities.
Yeah.
I get sleepy when I get drunk too.
Really?
I think my face just gets really warm and I'm like, is this normal? And then I just like feel like dozing off. Like, I don't feel like being at the party anymore.
Yeah, I get warm too, and like my whole body just, it feels heavy, and I just like, oh, I want to go to sleep, and I get really tired.
Have you ever gotten like tipsy before?
Tipsy?
Yeah, like kind of dizzy. Or like when you can't walk?
I mean, I think only one time where I was like really, really tired and we had gotten brunch and I had a mimosa.
Oh.
And we had to go to the mall after, and I'm like holding on to Justin. I'm like, I'm sleepy. I can't walk anymore. And I'm like just trying my best to walk because there's so many people at the mall and I didn't want to like make a whole scene. But yeah. And I mean, I'm not a huge drinker, but a good margarita or mimosa or cocktail, then I'm all in. Ooh, what about majors? Like, have you seen a like significant difference like between people that have like this major and that major?
Yeah, I've noticed from my school personally, a lot of like females were like biology majors or like psychology majors. And then I've seen a lot of guys that were engineer majors or doing like something related to math. So I feel like that's pretty common.
I know for me, there's like tons of videos on TikTok about how people with this major, acts like. There was at my school, we had business as a major. And I had a couple of friends who were in the business major and they seem so chill, like they don't have anything else to do.
Yeah. I had some too. Like I had some coworkers and they were business majors and they were like, yeah, I took the easy way out. I took the easy major. And I was just like, what? It's an easy major? Like I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, because I had so many friends, especially when they came in as freshmen. I would be like, oh, what's your major? And they're like, oh, nursing. And I'm like, okay. I know that they were gonna like drop their nursing major soon, and they actually did. A couple of them did drop out of the nursing major and changed it because nursing is so hard. You see them like studying, like trying to memorize all of these like terms and pictures of how they look like, and I'm like, I can never do that. And I was a liberal studies major, so I was just like trying to like solve like the new common core of like third grade math. Like I'm over here trying to solve third grade math, and they're over here like, oh, this and this, like this term, like it looks like that. It's part of this muscle or whatever. And I'm like, I can never do that. I'd rather solve third grade math. So yeah, let's see.
Have you ever had like a bad experience meeting someone in college?
Ooh.
Like for me, I've met some people where, you know how you have group projects and you don't get to choose the people that you work with, and then the professor assigns it to you. I've had some, like I met some guys where they were just very like, they want everything specific, or they just have a problem with you and they won't tell you what it is. Like I've met some guys like that in college, and it just felt weird. Like, why can't we just get along, you know? And like, no matter how hard you try, I feel like they just won't see eye to eye. And I just felt like, what the heck?
Yeah, I hate it when I get teamed up with someone that's an athlete at school.
How come?
Because they don't do any of their work because they're so focused on their sports. And I mean, this is just my experience, but they rarely communicated with the group chat.
Oh, and
they would come the next morning like, okay, like, you know, give me the information. What'd you guys do? It's like, we talked about it last night. It's your fault. I don't care if you had practice. Look at the messages or whatever. I don't give a, damn about it. Like, do your part. No one else is going to do it. And then they do their part, like, super last minute. Like, I hate being teamed up with people that are part of, like, sports at school because they're so focused on it. Because, like, from there, they're trying, I mean, that's what they want to do, but they still have to take classes. But because they're so focused on it, it's like...
They're not prioritizing
and
the
it kind of...
project.
It docks points for me, too, when I work really hard on it, So, yeah.
Yeah. Going off of that, I've also met some people who, like, not just in sports, but they're just so lazy. And they just don't want to contribute, or they don't show up to class, and they're like, what do we do and stuff? And I'm like, of course, maybe they have something personal back home, like, I don't know. But it's also on their part to understand, like, that they're also part of the team, and they should contribute as much as we do. Yeah. And I think it's just unfair, But it's okay. Like, you get used to that, I guess.
But it gets better. I feel like once you're, like, a senior or, in college, I feel like, well, I don't know. But in my experience, I didn't work in, like, group projects. It's more like yourself, But anyways, going back to experience meeting, like having that experience meeting someone. I remember when I first joined this club at school, there was this person that he was very political about the club and just a lot of things. I think it was just more of like a way for Asian students to connect, But it didn't sit right and with everyone, and everyone was getting really annoyed by it. But of course, we didn't want it to, like, be mean to him and say, like, hey, like, we don't like that. We don't like how you're making this whole thing a political thing when it's not. And I think one of the member, they I guess, I don't know, not like put them into place, but like they talked to him, for everyone, and they got upset that we all think that way. And he ran out the door, and the member that, approached him chased after them. And I guess they had this whole argument outside, and it caused, like, some issues with the club. And, and after that, he just, I don't think he was allowed back. I don't think that's what it is. So, like, they were upset that we all think he was being, or like, we all didn't really like the way he acted. He brought it up to the staff and was trying his way to, like, take down his club, But yeah, I think that was, like, a bad experience for, like, for us, because we're new to the club and we don't know what's going on, and we're like, oh, like, I don't know. It was just all new to me, and I was just very confused. I'm still very confused to this day. No one really told me clearly what happened, but that's what I think. But yeah, sometimes you can meet people that you don't really like, or I wouldn't say come off as annoying, but it led to that because they were just constantly making it sound like this when it shouldn't be like this,
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but
yeah.
But Yeah, sometimes you'll meet people like that, especially in college. They get too political, and I'm not into politics. Politics is like down here on like the list that I'm knowledge about. Like,
I've also met people or like guys in general that really smell as if like they don't shower. And like have you met guys like that? Because I don't know what it is, but my sister also experienced that.
wait, meeting who? Meaning
guys guys that like smell really bad.
Oh.
Yeah, guys? Like as if they don't shower.
No.
Well, yeah, there's like some weird guys like that. Cause there's this one time I mean, this is not related. This is not related to college. But then fine. One time, we went to go get boba, right? And there's this guy that opened the door to like let us go out of the boba shop, and he did like that. He put his hand on like the door so that we can go under his armpit. Ew! But then I didn't go under his armpits. Like my sister went, you know, because my sister's like shorter. So then she went under, and she was just like waiting until the guy passed, and then she was just like. Oh my god, like that guy stinks. Like I just want to throw up. Like the way I was holding the door like that. I know.
The door is like holding that we're gonna go under. Ew.
But yeah, that was a terrible experience for her. But I've met guys where like I could just sense that they don't shower because of the way that they smell. And I don't know, maybe they might be in sports, but still, like, y'all should be taking care of your hygiene.
It's the hygiene, you guys, for Raina.
Yeah, it's the
hygiene. But, okay, going back to, like, because you mentioned working out, I just remembered, oh my god, my friends and I were, like, this is when we were still single, and you know, we were like still like crazy about boys and stuff like that. Oh my god, I'm like exposing us, but we would go to the gym. We would go to the gym at a certain time on a certain day just to see some specific guys that we like at the gym. And we wouldn't even work out. Like, we would just go there because we had a friend working at the front desk at the gym. And we would just go visit to see them. And we went there one time and we went to go say hi to my friend at the front desk. And we were just talking. And then here comes this. I didn't see it. I didn't see him. But there was this really tall, good-looking Asian guy that was like coming out of the gym, and my friend like made it so obvious and was just staring at him, apparently. And my friend at the front desk, because I think I was like talking to him, and I think he saw, or I was facing him, and so I didn't see what was going on behind me. And my friend at the front desk saw everything happen, and then he like called out her name, and he like obviously knows that we only go there not to see him, but like to see guys at the gym.
Wow. He's like, I know your guys' plan.
I know. Like, we were so crazy in college, but yeah, if you guys want to go see hot guys, go to the gym.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, our gym was pretty small, so we don't see it that often. Only when we go unexpectedly, but that's that. Okay, going back to like guys. So in high school, I did not meet male friends, you know, and I don't really care. But once I got to college, I had friends, like female, male, whatever. And I think being friends with male definitely changed me during college. I don't know. I felt like I was super, like, I got really, really insecure because, I don't know, a lot of the times, like, I felt like they were telling me, I don't know, I just felt really insecure around them for some reason. I just didn't like the vibe of hanging out with guys in college. I don't know. I think that really changed me in a really negative way. But then again, like, being friends with guys is like, sometimes it's no problem at all. But, you know, it could be different. But for me, it just made me really insecure for some reason. Like, I guess it's because, like, when I like a guy and they would tell me, like, oh, like, guys only like this type of girl, or ABGs, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so are you trying to tell me that this guy doesn't like me because I don't look like that? Or, you know, or I don't act a certain way? So I think that's what really, you know, changed me in a really negative way. But then again, I'm still friends with some of them because some of them are really nice. There was this one guy, I really looked up to him as a brother, but I heard a lot of things from my friends of what he did, and that really disappointed me a lot. Because I would never imagine him being that kind of person. Because he was really nice to me, and he was like definitely big brother vibes, but things happen. I don't like him anymore, sadly.
Going into college or adulthood, I feel like you'll meet people along the way who changes, and that's a part of life. That's normal, you know. Sometimes you just have to cut people off, and that's okay. You know, there's always more people to meet out there.
Yeah.
I
guess this sums it up for, like, you know, the types of people that we meet in college. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because we will have this on our YouTube too, but you can see us on YouTube.
Yeah.
So make sure to subscribe us on YouTube as well, and make sure to rate us on Spotify and follow us on Spotify. It'll really help us.